After breaking out of a Pennsylvania prison 14 days ago, convicted killer Danelo Cavalcante has officially been captured. This video just into our newsroom shows him being taken into state police custody just a few hours ago, and you can see the fugitive there surrounded by authorities.
Now, this is still a developing situation as we speak. You were just watching that special report. We have a lot we're still learning, but for what we do know, we're going to want to go live now to Jared Hill in New York. Jared, you've been following this story. Yeah. We are talking 2 weeks of intense searching. There has got to be a huge sense of relief for law enforcement now.
Oh, definitely not just law enforcement, Brooke and Madison, but also the people that live in this community. We have seen some video, some live video of some of those neighbors waiting outside of the jail facility as all of this is happening, trying to get whatever glimpse they can of Cavalcante, the guy who really terrorized their lives for the past 2 weeks. One of the things that was interesting in what we heard during that press conference that just wrapped up is that they said they don't think that he was especially skilled, but they think he was desperate. Over the course, again, of these 2 weeks or so, they say that he likely broke into a number of homes that were in this community, stole at one point a shotgun, a rifle that they said that he had with him, actually, as law enforcement converged on him early this morning, just about 2 or so hours ago, in the middle of some wooded area. He took that rifle with him as he tried to scurry amongst the underbrush to get away, but in the end he was captured. They said that nobody else was injured in this situation, which a lot of people have said that that was not something that they necessarily expected to be the outcome here. And so now the question is going to be sort of what happens next with him and whatever investigations go forward with all of this. They said that he's going to be going to a correctional facility in the area. He had already been sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murder of his ex-girlfriend, stabbing her multiple times in front of her young children. Authorities said that one of the first calls they made was actually to her family because they believed that they might have been concerned with him being on the loose.
Yeah, such a just ordeal that this whole community's been under for the last 2 weeks. Jared, one of the things that I heard in the press conference that stood out was the police chief said that they were very proud of the fact that no shots were fired when he was apprehended. Was that something that was expected, especially with him having that rifle?
Not necessarily, because we do know that the officers had been given a directive to, if they needed to, shoot, if that ended up needing to be the case. And despite the fact that we have heard here that he was really fighting officers until the end, until he ended up being handcuffed. They had to use a canine that they say ended up going after and then biting Cavalcante to get him to subdue, to come into custody. And so again, it is kind of surprising here that even amongst all the fighting that he put up until the very last minute, there were no shots fired in this capture.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, the big concern there is the desperation, but thankfully this has all come to an end with no serious injuries. Jared, thank you for bringing us up to speed. Obviously, this is a story we'll continue following, but thank you again for that update. And at 9:18 right now, we are also following the breaking news out of the impeachment trial of Ken Paxton. This is a live look as day 7 of the proceedings are getting underway. Only minutes ago, House manager started by calling the suspended AG's alleged mistress to the stand. He is accused of abusing the power of his office to cover up that affair. And after some debate from the defense, the lieutenant governor announced that she would be allowed to take the stand, but not until this afternoon. Specifically, it has to be 24 hours after she was put on the witness list, which was around 3:55 yesterday afternoon. And all of that follows the rules that have been set forth for this unprecedented trial. Of course, you can watch this all live as it plays out on our CBS News Texas YouTube channel. And meantime, we've got to talk about what's happening with the weather, because it's been raining for parts of North Texas during the morning.